Trump's threats to strike Iran risk backfiring, jeopardizing the deal. Critics warn it could backfire, escalating tensions.
It will make a deal. Bloomberg reports U.S. President Donald Trump is considering limited strikes on Iran to force a new nuclearize the Middle East, UNN writes.
The Pentagon has organized a large-scale deployment, including 2 aircraft carriers, fighter jets, and Emirates Iran.
Nevertheless, Trump officials have provided conflicting public explanations.
Bombing Iran could derail a deal and provoke a deadly cycle of retaliation.
Tehran is likely to suspend participation in negotiations if the U.S. strikes. This is according to a senior official in the region.
He won't be able to get a diplomatic agreement or even if the U.S. to through again will make him less willing to deal.
Despite Trump setting a deadline of 10 to 15 days, what a new series of airstrikes would achieve remains unclear, the publication writes. In June, Israel and the U.S. bombed nuclear sites and air defenses. Key nuclear enrichment facilities were completely destroyed.
The U.S. and Israel could target Iran's ballistic missiles, but Tehran might be pushed to launch them at U.S. or allied targets before it loses them.
Benjamin Netanyahu has repeatedly pushed. He recently visited Washington to advocate for more comprehensive demands.
They better make a fair deal. They better negotiate.
Despite Trump's preference for swift military operations, the publication points out an attack on Iran could trigger retaliation that would draw the U.S. into a longer conflict.
Historically, Tehran has not acted according to U.S. assumptions, and limited strike campaigns do not always unfold as intended. Air and missile strikes are incredibly attractive to senior leadership because they can be delivered from a distance and can supposedly sequence endeavors.
The changing American rationale for negotiations and strikes makes deciphering U.S. intentions even more difficult. Iran must make concessions on its ballistic missiles, support for groups like the Houthis,
Now Trump appears to be pushing for a limited nuclear deal, despite having abandoned the 25th French earring is first likely. Of course, it's unclear whether Trump will order strikes or simply pressure Tehran, the publication writes.
It's likely an intentional signal.
The Iranians are signaling that there will be a long war, knowing that Trump doesn't want a long war. Neither side wants war.
Iran has been weakened. A former U.S. official says this could include missile strikes on U.S. bases and activating regional proxies.
They're trying to die time now, and they're trying to make concessions that are more symbolic than real.
A pre-mentioned Wustari said, which would eliminate a key capability and minimize the risk of civilian casualties due to